promise not a car. I deposit, I do not withdraw.
All these heads are gonna roll.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And Charles, if you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Howell. And he backs Gets it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now a give, right side. Hammond. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Sullivan. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Finding space at the 40 as he'll get this one out to the 44-yard line. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here we go, Shaq.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Howell now to throw it. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Hammond. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And now an audible here into something else. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Hammond. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Sullivan. He hits Adams, complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Davante Adams. 70 yards. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Eluding the pressure right. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Powell. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hannon, and hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on 2nd down. Sullivan over the middle. That's caught by Adams. Now an injury timeout, and that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, Sullivan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Back to throw. Sullivan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Hannon, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, Hannon, and the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Howell will throw it. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Throwing here, Howell. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Touchdown, Washington. Xander Horvath in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Slide for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they'll be set up a good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot before break. Sullivan. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Commanders 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go play action. Howell. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Sullivan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Orrin Smith Jr. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Commanders 24, Broncos 17. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away, and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking to throw on second down. Sullivan. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Sullivan. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now they'll change things up. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on second down. Sullivan. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Gibson again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Howell. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Howell looking to throw again. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Faking the handoff, Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Howell now to throw it. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
Sly on for the Commander field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they give the Jones off tackle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sullivan. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll look to throw again. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is gone from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Second down, Howell now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
19 tight. Let's go.
Howell out of the shotgun. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. This is first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Well, this crowd into it now. Third and 2. Operating from the gun. Sullivan. That is caught. Bateman unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. Looking to throw. Sullivan. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Howell to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And there will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won it. So a victory here for the Commanders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win.